Hey everyone, how's it going? Uh, got another gun here to review, and today I have, excuse me, a revolver. Had to take a drink there. Every time I try to do these reviews, my throat and my voice does not want to cooperate with me, so I apologize. I'm not the greatest speaker. Anyways, we have here Smith & Wesson Model 10. Let me get the camera here a little bit better. This happens to be the Model 10-6, which if you're not if you don't know much about Smith & Wesson, they dash the model with a number with another number to indicate what the changes were, I guess. If they modify the gun, even if they change an internal spring or a screw, or if they get rid of a screw or something, then they'll change the dash on it. So this is a -6. This one, from my research, was made probably around 64, maybe later 64. I'm not sure. It's kind of hard to date these because when you look at the numbers, the serial number, they can range from through a few different years, so it's hard to really pinpoint the exact year. But I'm guessing 64, maybe 63, maybe 65. But from what the serial number ranges, it's probably 64. Let's do a safety check before we get any farther. Sometimes I forget to do that. Just want to prove to you that the gun is unloaded. I'm not being unsafe here. It's a six shot revolver. 38 special is the caliber. You got a 4-inch barrel. This is the heavy barrel. Wood grips. This is a blued gun. Unlike most guns today, can't seem to find a lot of guns that are blued. Smith & Wesson does offer a line of revolvers that they call their classic series, which are, some are blued. Well, I should say most of them are blued. But most of their new models, or their most popular models, are usually like stainless or a black, like a black finish. I like the blued guns. Every time I see a blued gun, I just love to look at it. But back to this one. This one also has the case color hardening, I believe is what it's called, on the hammer and on the trigger. This has the firing pin mounted on the hammer. The new ones have them in the frame. This has a pinned barrel. They quit doing that, I think, in like '82 to save cost. A lot of people that are in the Smith & Wesson revolvers, they'll tell you 82. I think it's like '82 they stopped doing a lot of things. They started changing ownership at that time, and stopped. They started putting the key locks in them. A frame mounted key lock, which I just don't care for those. They look ugly. I guess lawyers like them. See what else. This does not have the recessed chambers. If you can see in there. From what I understand, they only did that really with the Magnum calibers, like 357 and 44 Magnum. I don't know if there's any that are 38 special that are recessed, but for these, Model 10s, I don't believe they recessed any of the chambers on the cylinder. What else can I tell you? This has some nice wood grips, double action, single action revolver. Most of you know what that means. Cock the hammer, that's single action. Double action is when you just pull the trigger. Yes, it is safe to dry fire these. Even Smith & Wesson says on their website you can dry fire all their guns except for the 22s. What else can I tell you? This has, if I didn't mention, it has the heavy barrel. Fixed sights. See if you can see the sights down there. This is a K-frame revolver. These are not expensive guns. This one only costs $250. That might, some people might see that as being on the high end, but that's pretty much normal. You can get them cheaper online, but after shipping and FFL transfer fees, you're gonna get close to $250. If I've seen them for $200 sometimes online. So, but because you're getting something offline, or I should say online, you don't know what you're getting. They're just gonna take one out of the out of their stash and send you it. This one happened to have really nice bluing on it still. Most of these you'll see holster wear on the sides. This one has just a little bit, if it shows up on camera. What else can I say? This one has little paint on the sight. Somebody put paint on that. Still debating if I want to keep that on there or if I want to take it off, just to make it authentic looking and everything. What else can I say? Just really nice if you can find one. You're looking for a good revolver for a good price. Take a look at these, because they're not cheap because they're not quality. They're cheap because there's so many of them, and in the surplus market, because they're police trade-ins. These are very commonly used, or they were commonly used as a police gun back in the day before semi-autos. You could probably say they were kind of like the Glock. A lot of police agencies carried a Model 10. Not all of them, but it was kind of like, the Glock 17. Most agencies carry the Glock 17 nowadays. Some carry 22, some carry the 19, but this is kind of like back in those days, a Glock, you could say. What else can I say about it? But anyways, there's so many out there that they're, not going to be a lot. Most of them, I've seen a lot of them that are in much worse condition cosmetically than this, because they've been carried. These are guns you'll most commonly hear people say they've been carried a lot but fired little. The trigger and cylinder lockup is still really tight on these. This, from what I can tell, is very tight. There's like no movement. If there is, it's very little. Back and forth, side to side, I just don't see hardly. I mean, there might be I can't tell. It's right there, I can't feel anything. So that's the triggers on these are just, they're very very nice, very light triggers. Most Smith and Wessons have a trigger like that, especially the older ones. The timing on this is really good. It locks up on every single cylinder, or I should say every notch. It locks up really tight. If you do look for these, either know what you're looking for on the cylinder lockup and timing and stuff, or have somebody that knows what they're looking for. And go to a good gun shop if you're looking for something like that. One that knows that that it's good, and they're not going to put it on their case and try to sell it. So there you go. A really good. If you're looking for something like a 38, that's a really good choice. They are just really good for the money. So there you go, guys. Smith & Wesson Model 10. Give you a couple close-ups. This one has a really nice finish. See my ugly face there for a second. See the camera. These grips are not too bad of shape. They're a little beat up. You got a nice crack right there. And they're pretty, from here down they're worn, but I don't care, they look nice anyways. Try not to show you my serial number. There you go, guys. Smith & Wesson. Alright, have a good day.